Now, I've seen the MythBusters episode recently with my daughters actually because we're watching old reruns of MythBusters. They're 10 and 13, so it's a great show for them right now.
Hmm.
Um, and all of them bombed at trying to cheat the polygraph. Can you actually cheat a
Right.
polygraph? Everybody wants to know.
Okay, so obviously I'll be a little careful with what I talk
Right.
about, but I want to use an analogy for you. All right. First, when I go get on a plane, when I was in the Secret Service, we would travel on plane armed. So we would have to go meet the pilot, go through security, and so on and so forth. And when I would identify myself to the pilot, the first two questions they'd ask me about polygraph are, is it effective? And can you beat it? And that's kind of what I'm going to be talking about here with you. So let me talk about the effective part first, right? So, little personal story about me. My wife got breast cancer last year. She's thankfully just beat it and she's got into remission. But the amazing thing about it is, the mammogram caught it. And then she had to go in for further tests and she got her chemotherapy and it all worked out. So, mammograms are about 88, depending on who you ask, 88 to 90% effective. Polygraphs, depending on who you ask, are 85 to 90% effective. So I'm not trying to equate polygraph with a medical device, but I'm saying it's a tool that, if used in the right time, at the right place, on the right person, with the right questions, it can help you diagnose an issue and lead to further inquiry, which is what obviously they did with my wife. And so I think there's a lot of value if you look at it like that. It is not perfect. It shouldn't be used in court because not everybody goes to the perfect school. Not everybody has quality control. Not everybody does cases when they should do it and not do it when they shouldn't. A lot of people will do the Jerry Springer type polygraph, and that's what people know it as. Are you the father? Are you? That is not polygraph. Okay. So I will say that as far as effectiveness, if done in the right situation at the right time, so be it. It's kind of another analogy I like to give, Brent, is it's kind of like when people say, oh, it doesn't measure lies, it measures stress. And I'm like, okay, well, a smoke alarm doesn't measure a fire, but we still use them, right? In that, if I put a smoke alarm in the kitchen, I'm going to get some false reads, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
going to be cooking, whatever the case may be. But if I take that smoke alarm and I put it in an upstairs bedroom, oh, it's not measuring fire. We probably shouldn't take it. Well, you know what it measures? 500 degrees in smoke. And that's uninhabitable. So I would want to know that. So it's the same thing with polygraph. I need to use it in the right time, in the right place, and I need to take everything with a grain of salt and use that as part of an investigation. But also, the polygraph is one thing. It's the information that I utilize in speaking to a person that had problems during a polygraph. You may not be able to use the polygraph in court, but when somebody says, I did that bad thing, I shot that person, whatever the case may be, to me during that session, I can definitely use that. So that would be the first part of that argument. And I'm sorry if I'm kind of monopolizing but I figured the follow-up question was going to come. So as far as can you beat it? All the federal intel agencies, the federal law enforcement agencies that use this, we are very aware of what's on TikTok, of what's out there, right? Regarding do this, do that to affect your physiology. If I do something twice a day for 25 years, I'm going to know what normal physiology is. And I'm going to also know what TikTok produced physiology is, right? If something could be beaten, we wouldn't use it. Why would we use it? It would be like if TSA, if there was a TikTok that came out that said, hey, if you want to get through TSA, just wear this over your body or apply this to your body and you'll get through TSA. Okay. Would TSA still use that equipment if it could be beaten? Probably not. And it's almost like you have to provide logic to people that sadly get online, they go down this rabbit hole. If you type in polygraph on Google, you're going to get 2 million hits. The first 3 pages are going to be all polygraph sucks. You're going to be a false positive. You need to do this to help yourself out. So you're never going to get to that 4th page where you really start realizing, oh, okay, if done in this manner, so on and so forth, if I'm just honest on my forms, I'll pass. But the way a polygraph works is somebody goes online and one of 2 things happen. They either feel like they need to help themselves out, and we'll see it. Or what they'll do is, man, I did use marijuana 2 years ago. I know it's asking me if I ever used an illegal drug. You know what? Nobody saw me do that. I'll just put no. And then when you're asked a question on the polygraph, did you falsify any information on your application forms? What do you think you're going to be thinking about the entire time? Oh, damn. And it's going to be an explosion inside your body. And I don't care what TikTok tells you to do, we're going to see it. And if you try to do something to suppress it, we're going to see it. But either way, the best way to pass a polygraph is to not research it, get a good night's sleep, put food in your belly, come in and bare your soul. If you do that, chances are you will pass.